This season, Tottenham are looking very dangerous under new manager Thomas Frank, who has decided to revolutionise the club this summer. Their biggest signing has been Xavi Simons, which was confirmed only yesterday at the time of recording. However, it's a fantastic signing in my opinion. Some would look at the price tag and think 16 million euros is quite a lot for a player who isn't proven just yet, but I completely disagree. He fits Thomas Frank's system very well, and they were needing that calm due to James Maddison's injury, which has put him out until at least 2026. Last season with RB Leipzig, Xavi Simons managed to feature in 25 Bundesliga games, achieving 10 goals and 7 assists, so almost a goal contribution every match that he featured in. And he played in 3 DFB Pokal games where he scored 1 goal and got 1 assist. However, in the Champions League it was a completely different story, with RB Leipzig getting knocked out in the group stage, and he did play in 5 games but got 0 goal contributions. Which is a bit worrying because yes, he is going to the best league in the world, hardest league in the world as well, so it will take some time for him to prove himself up. But I think give him at least a season and he could be on the same level as Cole Palmer. However, this hype might be a bit, exaggerated because this is the sort of hype that Nkunku also had. We all know what's happened there. But I think Xavi Simons will grab a few goal contributions this season, maybe being a key part of Tottenham's attacking output. And another attacking addition was Mohammed Kudus from West Ham for 63.8 million euros. The 24-year-old right winger was probably West Ham's best player. You could make the argument that Bowen is better, but I think Kudus was much more influential. Without Kudus, Bowen will not achieve the attacking output that he has been for the past 2 seasons. And genuinely, from the first few games that he's played, even in pre-season and, the first 2 Premier League games, I think Kudus has shown a lot of potential. Obviously, he did grab himself an assist in his Premier League debut against Burnley. He's fast, he's agile, and a very big attacking threat, and with Solanke or Richarlison, both tall strikers, I think Kudus can easily dribble and provide those crosses. And I'm tipping him for a big 20-goal contribution season this season. Next up, a new centre-forward in Matis Tel, who can also play on the left wing, but he will be primarily featuring as a striker. Probably that was to replace Richarlison, but I don't know about that now that, he played against Burnley excellently. So this 35 million euros for the 20-year-old striker might end up, being, I don't want to say a waste of money, but I don't know if he'll be utilised effectively. I think he could be good for cup games because they're not like Manchester United, who got knocked out in the first round of the EFL Cup. In the Premier League, Solanke will probably be the main man, or Richarlison, of course. Last season, in 13 games played, he only did get 2 goals and 1 assist, so he's showing a bit of promise, but maybe not enough to justify the 35 million euros yet. So I don't think that this transfer will be as significant as the Xavi Simons and Mohammed Kudus, but still a good addition that will add some attacking flair. And now 3 centre-backs, one of which is Kevin Danso from Liga side Lens for 25 million euros. He played well in the Euros that he's featured in. He has, top 5 league experience. Obviously going from Liga to the Premier League is never easy, but Danso did actually sign on loan for Tottenham this January, and he did play quite a significant role, kind of displacing Dragoshin in this team. And then they also opted to sign 2 young centre-backs, one of which is Luka Viskovic from Hajduk Split for 11 million euros. Obviously a young 18-year-old centre-back with tons of potential. However, he hasn't really played enough for me to be able to judge if this is a very promising signing. I do think that he will end up being loaned out, so I'm not sure if this is too great of a transfer. And I think I can say the same thing about Kota Takai, who's joining Spurs from the J1 league. The Japanese league quality is nowhere near the Premier League, so I think he'll have a very tough time adjusting, especially with this additional competition. So I don't think this transfer will be too great for them. However, Thomas Frank is a very Premier League established coach, and I respect him, I rate him. I think he's a top 5 Premier League manager, genuinely. And they do also have other, young talents such as Archie Gray and Lucas Bergvall, who are breaking out and could very well become, top Premier League players in the very near future. And I do think that a top 7 finish for Spurs this season is quite achievable. I might get humbled by the time this video is released. They have a very good, strong squad, you know. Christian Romero, Mickey van der Ven, Palinha, Yves Bissouma. So they do have a strong core, and yeah. Let me know what you think they'll achieve in the comments down